She wanted like me cause her like fucking California. She try to be nosy and hit her lag. She like, girl, you can we need more, tell them we need more. Putting numbers on the board like them keep us.
Everywhere I go, they know the click. Way too many wins, they know the shit. They was hating, know they sick, acting like they know me. Cause I'm going big, going big. Everywhere I go, they know the click. Way too many wins, they know the shit. They was hating, know they sick, acting like they know me. Cause I'm
P-P-P-Love, time to bring the bass bird.
Swear I'm going big like a lineman. She want bring the limes in. She wanna pull up to the crib, we can't dine in. Up right away, couldn't even get a vine in. Straight with the money we aligned in. Tell me how they broke, tryna chime in. Jesus watching over here in diamonds. He the only reason why I do not get violent. Ay, cause he gave me patience. Ay, swear that all makes sense. Ay, when you making bands can make friends. Cause I know they tryna shit like Ray Bans. Got a bad little shorty wasting. And I own it, I ain't gotta pay rent. Ay, I know we the ones that ain't them. Pull both hands together and I'm saying amen. Cause I'm going big, going big. Everywhere I go, they know the click. Way too many wins, they know the shit. They was hating, know they sick, acting like they know me. Cause I'm going big, going big. Everywhere I go, they know the click. Way too many wins, they know the shit. They was hating, know they sick, acting like they know me. Cause I'm going big, going bigger. Postmates how I deliver. My game too cold, made it shiver. But I'm still a hot boy, cool it down, let it simmer. Hey, see him mad, got him bitter. Can't stop the shine with a dimmer. Only what I give her, and she let her call me baby, but I do not need a sitter. See me dip, yeah, I'm saucing. People at the bank see me often. Let the money run, it's a faucet.
Welcome in, everybody. It's the coach. This is Madden 20 on EA.
Hey, here we go. Wide 80.
Check Mike 54. Mike 54.
There we go, going to 53. 26.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he's got some space here. And now nothing but green ahead of him. The 20, 10, touchdown, Cowboys. A big play there. Touchdown number 18 on the year.
Hey, kill. 26.
Gonna give this time to the tailback. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. 11 yards and a Cowboy first down. Right back to him on first down. He was locked in last week, NFC Offensive Player of the Week in Week 2.
Clear some space in the trophy room. He won it last week. He's thinking he's going to get a few more before this season is over. Maybe even starting with this game.
Check. There we go, going to 53. Here we go, 46. 26.
And he'll give it here to his running back. He's got a first down and then some inside the 40. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. A great play there.
54's Mike. 54's Mike.
We're going to 54. Wide 26.
Now they'll run it on the toss.
Check 26.
And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. 11 yards and a Cowboy first down. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
Go to 54. Go to 54. Wide 26.
And they give this time to the tailback.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stop that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
Now they try the right side here. And some space here. And he'll go down, but not before before getting this inside the 30.
Let's go.
A big hitter there. A first down gain of 26 yards. This will probably be the last play of the quarter.
Mike, 50.
Kill.
Check. Lucky.
Start of the second quarter, and it's the Cowboys in possession as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Start of the second quarter, and it's the Cowboys in possession as they've got it with a 1st and 10.
Motion. Mike's 50.
Hey, kill. 47.
Orbit.
26.
Prescott on first down. He's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. It's a gain of 12, and the Cowboys pick up the first. He's trying to parlay that great performance last week, NFC Offensive Player of the Week in Week 2, into a great performance in Week 3.
And the way he was able to do it last week, he started off doing it again this week. Energy, the way he comes off the line of scrimmage, attacks the defense, sets them back on their heels, and he finds openings as a result.
That's a 12-yard gain now on back-to-back plays.
Check three.
Here we go, 46. Go. Get out there. Here we go. Going to 54. Wide 80.
Watch the ship. Hey.
26.
Prescott from the gun. And this is caught for a Cowboy touchdown. A great effort there. With touchdown.
Here we go, wide 80.
54 is Mike. Check. Watch 53.
Then we're going to 53.
Hey, watch the ball.
26.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Now a handoff here to his running back. He'll have a first down past the 40. And now look at him go. Touchdown, Cowboys. A big play there. On his way to a historic performance.
Here we go, wide 80.
59. Let's go one more.
Watch twist. Here we go, 47.
59. Watch the out.
47.
59. Mike's 59.
26.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
Hey, kill. 47. Here we go, kill. 26.
Now Prescott. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. The Rams go nickel here defensively on 3rd.
We got to get this stop. Let's have a sense of urgency. Let's go.
Here we go, 47. 26.
Out of the gun, here's Prescott. And that is incomplete. So 17 seconds now on the clock here.
Here we go, wide 80.
Mike's 5-4.
Here it comes. Here we go, going to 54, wide 80.
Switches.
Hey, kill. Hey, 47. Here we go, 47. Here we go, going to 54, wide 80.
Check 24.
Here we go, 46. Then we're going to 53. Here we go, 46. Kill. Here we go, kill. Hey, kill.
Now a whistle, and I think a penalty here for a delay. No, they're going to say timeout. They did get the timeout in time. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter.
46.
And let's pin the mirrors.
Hey, kill.
Double up.
47. Then we're going to 53. Here we go, going to 54, wide 80. Here we go, going to 54, going to 26.
They'll start the 3rd quarter here on the ground. And it pushes 24 to about the 32. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Check 99. You go tight.
Then we're going to 53.
You got tight right there. Watch the safety creep.
26.
Going to give this time to the tailback.
You ain't going nowhere.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That one a gain of 20 and a first down.
Go to 54, go to 54. Why ain't 26?
On play action, Prescott. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown.
Every time, fella. I'm going to
A
score.
great play there. Touchdown number 20.
Here we go. Wide 80.
59. Pick it up, guys.
Here we go. Going to 54. Wide 80.
Showing it.
Here we go. 47. 47.
Switch.
Hey, kill. 47. 26.
First down, Prescott. He's going to find his running back. It's complete.
Up.
11 yards and a Cowboy first down.
Mike 5-9. Go.
First and 10 at
Go.
the 36-yard line.
26.
A first down throw for Prescott. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back. Complete.
Here we go.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch. Good for 8 yards.
Gun.
Check. Shift.
Here we go. Kill. 26.
Prescott. Got an open man. It's Michael Gallup.
You don't want it.
And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Rams' 45-yard line.
To win any route, you've got to break down the defender, and that's exactly what happened here on this really nicely executed curl route.
24 is the mic. Exit.
26.
On 1st and 10, Prescott. Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. 17 yards on the play there, and the Cowboys have a first down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
3 down.
Here we go. Going to 54. Wide 80.
52.
Hey, kill.
Safety creeping.
26.
Prescott looks to throw on first. He's got this complete to Ryan Switzer. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. So 5 plays on this drive, Charles. All passes, all completions. And just like that, they're in the red zone.
And don't you think the playbook opens up a little bit more now? Because all they've done is throw the football. If you want to run it now, you may very well have them fooled.
You're not ready.
A good-looking drive for the Cowboys so far. It's a first down.
Kill.
When this offense can get their tight ends involved, they can move the football. Here, a nice route, able to look it in, and picks up the first down.
Rip left.
26.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he will fight his way into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown.
Here we go. Wide 80.
Mike 54. I got you, boy.
26.
And he'll give it here to his running back. They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. And that sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Down right near the 25, able to break through that initial contact, got him some extra yardage. After getting stuffed on 1st down, not much better there, a 2-yard gain. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs.
Baby, get him.
Here we go. Wide 80.
Hey, watch that. Check Mike 54.
26.
Now a handoff here to his running back. He'll have a first down past the 40. And finally taken down at the 30-yard line.
Let's go.
A big play here for Dallas. 45 yards on the ground. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So the Cowboys in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. A first down run, not going to get them a whole lot. Maybe a yard. Yeah, looks like just 1 yard there. So that'll bring up 2nd and 9. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. They'll run it now out of the gun. 11 yards and a Cowboy first down.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
Going to give this time to the tailback. And they'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. A great play there with another touch.
Touchdown, City, baby. Here we go, 480. Here we go, 46. 4 down. 26.
Now a handoff looking right. And some room to roam now. A big gain there, and that should certainly be enough to put this one in the win column.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
First seems just as good here in the fourth as it was way back in the first, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
Now the Rams will signal for a timeout, their second, as the clock will stop with 35 seconds left to go. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
Watch the pass. Jam it.
Here we go, 47.
Check 43. 26.
Now they try the right side here. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. A great effort there. His 25th touchdown. A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory, and the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points. Allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for the Cowboys, it's an ideal start as they move to 3-0 now on the young season. And they'll get to stay home again next week. Meanwhile, for L.A., they'll fall to 1-2, and they'll look to regroup next week as they head to Houston to take on the Texans. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time. Start your week by installing your game plan.
This is Madden territory. Come get some if you want some, but you ain't bad enough, so you can't take none. I'm Big Snoop Dogg, and I'm the only one. And when it comes to Madden, all y'all fools my sons. Haha, bag up off me and watch you lose. Snoop Dogg is on the mic, I'm giving Madden blues. And if you choose to run up on me, you gon' get laid out so fast, cause I can get you with the run or I can hit you with the pass. Touched and I can't be schemed. Roll it when I'm in a mud league. 2-0, Madden time on you suckers. Y'all can't get close. So why you want it?
ST
I came to win.
Oh, they asking my name, huh?
You ready?
STRO, I ain't come to play with you. Life challenging, but I wouldn't trade with you. It's early, I'm up. I can't spend the day with you. I'm out of my business. I ain't getting paid with you. My color bright. I ain't finna fade with you. Man, I gotta come clean like I made with you. I've been on my everybody drop when I drop. Look at shorty, she support, bruh. Lifting up. Never not on my grind. New York City time. Another brother better, you will never find. I've been in my bag like groceries. Competition shouldn't take shots, take notes, please. Reporting live from the winning side. Ready to try, keep a different vibe. Is you down the ride?
Hey, everybody, it's the coach. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
Okay, Coach, EA Sports coverage of the NFL has us roughly midway between Boston and Providence. Everybody knows it as Gillette Stadium in Foxborough. Today, we get the season started with an AFC East tilt right off the bat between the Miami Dolphins and the New England Patriots. This one fielded at the 5. And his guys are going to start their drive right at the 20-yard line.
Wide, 80!
Watch the curl, watch the curl, watch the curl!
I don't know who's watching that.
Sony Michel, his first carry.
Can you hear me on
getting a yard on the game's first play at second down. And let's give you a look here at the New England offense.
And last night we were discussing some of the changes they've made offensively during the offseason. And we know it helps for them to have the first game at home. Hopefully this crowd, which we saw coming in, they've been here for a while, ready to go. You and I should have joined the tailgates, that's for sure. They're going to give them plenty of encouragement. They'll try and ride that wave and get their first victory of the year.
And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. 17 yards there for the Patriots as they've got themselves a first down. Brady now going to leave it with Michel on the draw.
I don't know who's watching.
And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. Jerome Baker there on the tackle. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. They'll run it here. This is James White. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. That one a first down pickup of 8.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allowed some blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, there'll be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
I don't know who's watching this.
On second down, Michel. He'll get about 4 here, down to the 43-yard line. And as a first-rounder, a lot of eyes on him, a lot of expectations.
And he has to play well in his rookie year. Those days of coddling guys and bringing them along slowly, those days are long gone. When you're drafted in the first round, they expect you to play right away. And the community's eyes and fan base, they'll be on you the entire way.
And you take a look at this draft class from a season ago, really, it grades out as a pretty darn good class.
So you have to give a lot.
And look here, it's an opening drive fake.
Yes,
this is incomplete. A huge gamble, and it does not pay off. They fake the punt. It doesn't work out. And this defense delivers a turnover on downs on the very first drive of the afternoon. Good starting field position for the Dolphins as they have it 1st and 10 at their own 43. They'll try and start this drive in the air.
Watch that.
Blitz coming, and down he goes.
I got tagged, don't worry.
So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on second down. They'll look to throw here. He's going to loft one deep left side here. Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Kenny Stills, 65 yards, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You've got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, That meant fly route, go. Look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
This will be taken in at the 1. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line.
Let's go.
The Pats at the line, ready to go.
Who else is watching? That's the point. That is it.
On first down, Brady. And this one complete to Smith. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
On the ground is Michel. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line.
They got a first down.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Working from the gun, it's Brady.
Yeah.
Is this intercepted? It is. It's intercepted. Picked off by Rashad Jones.
You're looking there, the defensive back was maybe a step slower than he was when he came into the league a decade ago. I know I questioned his speed coming into the game, but what he's lost in speed, he's more than made up for it with intellect. And that's a great job of knowing how to position himself to make that interception.
They'll come out throwing here on first down. He's got it. Touchdown, Dolphins. Kenyon Drake, 45 yards. And the Dolphins are able to extend that advantage. But what a quick turnaround there. They get the football. Next play, boom, touchdown.
I've been in a situation before where a turnover occurs, and if you're over on the bench with your defensive mate and you're talking about what to do on your next series, and all of a sudden you hear sudden change, you've got to get out on the field and defend right away. Not everyone is mentally prepared to go.
Is that what is yelled on the sidelines a lot of times?
That, among other things.
Maybe some words we can't share here.
Yeah, we'll just keep this one PG.
SEC violation.
No doubt.
And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. New England with a first down as they begin the drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. And he'll grab a gain of 5 out of this up to the 41-yard line.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 41-yard line.
14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Play action. Now it's Brady. His throw incomplete. He was looking for Julian Edelman that time. And it'll bring up 3rd down. They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. From the gun, it's Brady. And now a fumble. Brady loses the football.
Watch the play. Watch the play.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is a quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
I was close.
Well, that looked for a second like he might take it all the way, but as it stands, it's still a massive return. And the Dolphins will begin this drive in great field position, 1st and 10. On first down, Drake. And he's got room. And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown. Kenyon Drake, already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Dolphins are able to extend that advantage. And on that long run, maybe the defense caught napping a little bit.
The concentration level may not have been there. I agree with you on that one, because those types of plays, when they result like that, they're almost like big bolts of lightning, aren't they? Whoosh, and off he goes.
So they hit pay dirt on just one play. The long run, the scamper, and a very nice scamper into the end zone for the touchdown. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Pats at the line, ready to go. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here, or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
And he's going to get about 7 yards on that one, up to around the 33. The Dolphins bring on an extra defensive back on 3rd down. They'll try and run for it. Here's Michel. And he's going to have the first down yardage to the 35. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving.
Haven't met a football team yet that runs the ball successfully, that doesn't talk about having an attitude to be a running football team, right? You got to be able to put your nose in there, smell where the first down sticks are, and get there.
A loss of 2 there, 2nd down.
We think, Brandon, I like the intensity this defense is showing right here in these first few drives. They're not just holding the line because they're doing their job, but they're doing more than that, aren't they? They're getting a nice push into the offensive backfield.
And a great example right there for the loss on the tackle. On 2nd down, it's White. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down.
The Patriots.
So 1st and 2nd down went in the wrong direction. They'll try to do better here on 3rd and 13. Here's Brady to throw, and almost picked off. I guess the good news for them now, it's 4th down. More problems here on 3rd down. They've converted only once so far in this first half.
And you know as well as I do in this league, if you don't win on 3rd down, it makes it hard to win a ball game, because then you're relying on your defense, you're relying on your special teams. You've got to get it done with your offensive unit.
This is all the way. All the way. Nope. Yep. Oh, dang it.
Well, that looked for a second like he might take it all the way, but as it stands, it's still a massive return. And this offense, they're going to have excellent field position. They take over with a 1st and 10 on the short side of the field. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Running, it's Drake. And he'll take this one down to the 36. Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes, we'll again head down to visit with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando, back for another year. He'll have scores from around the NFL here on this opening weekend. And this one's going to go the wrong way, losing yardage back at the 42. They call that a loss of 6 yards. And it's 3rd down now.
Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play.
Well, he's going to go for it all. And Stills has got it. Touchdown, Miami. Kenny Stills, already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Dolphins are able to extend that advantage. Now, he's having a nice little first half here, partner.
And it's a first half that...
Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. And this fake extra point attempt failed big time. Not only did they not get it, they went backwards. They've got this big lead. They said, forget 1, we want 2. Instead, they got 0.
Unbelievable they didn't even attempt it from the 15-yard line. What are they thinking? I do know this. When you fake one in this situation with that type of a lead, especially from the 15-yard line, oh, boy. I tell you what, meeting them again somewhere down the line, they'll remember this. Yeah, they'll think that they were trying to cloud them a little bit.
Julian Edelman gets ready to take the field again here on offense. A chance maybe here for them to get him more involved. They're down here on the scoreboard, and he's been very quiet.
And the silence has been deafening for his team. They don't need that at all. They need fireworks. They need explosive plays. They need him touching the football in any way possible. Maybe go to some jet sweeps. Anything to get him going.
There's something to get him the ball. We'll see if they can do it. The throw on second down by Brady is incomplete.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
It seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync.
Oh, he can't get away, and Brady will go down. Pernell McPhee, always a threat to find the QB, and he gets to him there.
We've watched this a long time, and I still don't believe we get it. Third and long, why are you calling play action?
Yeah, because they're not going to bite defensively, right?
No, not at all. I did have a coach explain to me years ago that for some teams, that's how they have to deal with pass protection and their line blocking. But to me, it seems silly.
Yeah, well, they're silly, and it leads to a play action sack.
All the way.
And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. That punt returned 69 yards as his guys continue to put this one out of reach.
Well, it certainly feels like that kind of game, doesn't it? No matter what they do, it's going to work. That might be the absolute crusher right there. A punt return for a touchdown.
Feels like there's been a lot of crushers in this game. This lead just gets bigger. So after the punt return touchdown, let's see what their opponents can do with this kickoff. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Offense marching back onto the field, and our focus shifts here to Sony Michel. He's had a good chunk of carries. Problem is for very little success. I don't want to put it all on his shoulders, but that's a big reason they're losing right now.
Have to be very careful that he doesn't start pointing fingers. Offensive line obviously trying. The defense is doing a nice job against him today. When it's all said and done, it's all about the guy in the mirror. He has to get it done better going forward.
See if he can look and do some soul. All right, we will save the Week 1 highlights and apparently get right back to the action here in the third. We'll see if Week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. This will be taken to the back of the end zone.
Never mind.
An update from Buffalo. The Bills have taken the early lead. I have a feeling that one's going to stay tight throughout. We'll continue to monitor. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spending...
And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown. Kenny Stills with now 3 Week 1 touchdowns as his guys continue to pour it on.
And this is obviously quite a performance. And most of the time when we talk about someone putting a team on their back, I think we're talking about a guy who runs the football. In this case, it's a guy out wide catching it, and he's done exactly that, truly leading his team right now towards victory.
3 touchdown catches. He's been the headliner. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. New England with a first down as they begin the drive. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here at half 2. Looking for Thomas, but that's intercepted. Picked up by Xavier Howard. And he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 and a Dolphins touchdown. This D wanting to put it away before we even get to the fourth quarter, widening that margin a bit further.
And while they won't just empty the bench just yet, if you're a backup, start loosening up. I think you'll get a chance to play before this one is over now with that type of a cushion.
Oh, and it's a fake. They'll try and throw for it. And would you believe it? This is caught in the end zone. And the fake extra point works to extend their lead by 2. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This is taken at his 4. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. And they just had that pick six. I guess the only positive maybe of them returning that for a touchdown. This offense right back out onto the field to try to make up for it.
I like that because now it doesn't give them a chance to go to the bench and really settle, to sit there and kind of seethe over the idea that they turned the ball over previously. Right back out there. It's almost like hopping right back on the bike after falling over. See if they can get the ball moving again.
Well, we'll see if they can do it here. And Brady's throw there, incomplete. Julian Edelman, the intended receiver, and it's third down. So after the second down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Brady now to throw. And the throw there going to be incomplete. Another drive comes and goes. Still nothing on the scoreboard.
Yeah, and when the second half comes, it's real easy to get discouraged and wonder if you're ever going to get things started. You just got to fight through it. Got to keep pounding away.
On the return, it's King. Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And it'll be Dolphin football. Out comes the Miami offensive unit now. They get set to take over. And following that long touchdown pass, a one-play drive last time, to see if the defense, they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have thought they would have been ready the last time. I mean, that's what you work on all the time. Make sure that no one gets behind you. That's the cardinal sin of defense, not giving up the long pass. They did. Let's see how they adjust.
And he works his way forward for a couple up past the 30. And the offense moving quickly to the line. On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. Going deep here for Stills. This is caught inside the 15. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Kenny Stills, 69 yards, as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. So on 3rd and medium, they dial up the pass, and it works to hit the... Oh, and it's a fake. They'll try and throw for him. And he's got it. And, boy, talk about adding insult to injury. He's into the end zone to tack on 2 more. And is there bad blood here? I mean, go for 2 when you're up that much?
If there wasn't before, there is now. When you do that, you've just announced to everyone, you just don't care about the other side at all. All you care about is what you're doing, and they just want to pile up points.
They did. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21-yard line. The Patriots offense now, they work their way back onto the field. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
Well, you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
On 2nd down, they'll run with White. And he'll take it forward for about 5 up to the 28-yard line.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. They'll take that anytime you hand the ball to a back.
Here's Brady, and that's caught by Smith. And he gets it to the 34, good enough for the first. A nice first down pickup on a gain of 6. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. That throw by Brady incomplete. Edelman, the intended receiver that time. That'll bring up 2nd down. Brady's incompletion on 1st down leads to a 2nd and 10.
Hey, 4 down.
Throwing again. Brady gets this into the hands of N'Keal Harry. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. That'll be a New England 1st down, a gain of 12. Now a 1st down carry. It's Michel pushing forward for 3 up to the 48.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
And he's across midfield and into Miami territory. And still about 3 yards shy of a first as the 4-yard pickup brings it to 3rd down. Brady, and this is going to be incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on third down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. Third down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
And he's loose again. And he will score. Touchdown, Miami. What a sensational punt return. 98 yards as his guys continue to pour it on. What a risk he took, but it paid off. I mean, he took that punt from inside the 5 near the goal line, ran it all the way back.
And normal coaching says you let that one go. Anytime you're inside the 10-yard line, you let it hit and hopefully bounce into the end zone. But as you mentioned, he took a risk, and boy, did it pay off in a big way. I wonder if they let up a little bit going downfield, thinking that there was no way he was going to return that one.
Now the extra point try forthcoming. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. Well, we know he has home run hitting ability in the punt return department, and he showcases it there all the way back for 6. So after surrendering the punt return for a score, let's see what they can do in turn on this kickoff. This is fielded at the goal line. And he will be marked down right there at the 20-yard line. New England with a first down as they begin the drive. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone. And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try and figure out what is working, and call more of that. Back now in Foxborough. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the fourth quarter. A very one-sided affair. A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete. He was looking for Edelman there, and it's 3rd and 5. New England on 3rd down, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. This will be 3rd and 5. To throw is Brady, and that is incomplete. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he? And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure. The backside being ball hawks and picking passes off. Out comes the Miami offensive unit now. They get set to take over. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup, let him get some time? And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row that were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, And this is caught inside the 5. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. Kenny Stills, 62 yards, as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. Turning into a rip. Oh, it's a fake. They'll try and throw for it. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. Partner, that type of a lead, and they're going to fake it from the 15 to try and pick up a 2-point play instead of kicking it through the posts. Come on, man. Put that in mothballs. Come on. Don't do that. Put that in mothballs? Yeah, preserve that for it. That's an ancient relic. Faking it. I can understand you want to rub it in a little. You fake it when you snapped it from the 3. But from the 15, mothball that bad boy, just like my grandmother had. Yeah, in her attic, the stuff she used to preserve. My grandmother did the same. It smelled terrible. So Brady and the Pats take over 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Now Brady. It's caught. Smith. And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8. Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. To throw, it's Brady. And that is incomplete here. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden a secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
And able to connect with Barrios. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. 17 yards there for the Patriots as they've got themselves a 1st down. From midfield, here's Brady. And his throw is incomplete. The tight end, Lee Smith, the intended receiver. And that'll bring up 2nd down. Brady's incompletion on 1st down leads to a 2nd and 10. To throw again, Brady. And he'll complete this one to Barrios. That's a gain of 4 as we slip inside of 4 minutes left in regulation. New England on 3rd down. They've converted a 1/3 of their opportunities, 3 for 9. This will be 3rd and 6. Brady's throw on 3rd down there is incomplete. Well, it just seems like all game long there hasn't been a lot of sync quarterback to wide receiver on this side of the football.
They haven't been on the same page, quarterback and receivers. Heck, they haven't been on the same grease board when you draw plays up. They haven't been on the same surface tablet that you look at on the sidelines.
Look at this, middle of the field, a breakaway. And he will score. Touchdown, Patriots. A 50-yard punt return touchdown. And the Pats able to eat in just a bit to this sizable deficit. So they will get on the scoreboard here. Give them credit for that. Too little, too late, but no 0. Oh, you're going slow clap on me.
Not very nice, is it?
No, but they haven't been very nice on offense. It's been a struggle. This is taken at his 4. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. The Dolphins offense now working their way back onto the field. The outcome of this one, well, we know who's going to win it. It's just all window dressing at this point. Got me thinking, what's the biggest blowout that you've been a part of as a player, broadcaster? This is caught inside the 15. And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown. Kenny Stills, 75 yards as his guys continue to pour it on. Good throw there, and I don't want to blow it too out of proportion, but he looks a lot more comfortable in his 2nd season.
You can tell he put the work in the offseason, and what I mean by that is understanding the playbook. Not just the plays and how to execute them, but how to do it against a variety of defenses. Also understands his team better, what they can and cannot do. You can see the confidence rising in him as he plays.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Out comes the New England offense to see what they can do this time. And right now these guys, they're shuffling a little bit, maybe doubting, because 3 straight drives have ended with them punting the football away.
Yeah, so you start pointing fingers at each other a little bit, asking a lot of questions. What are you seeing? What are you getting? Maybe trying to narrow down your playbook a little bit and maybe get simpler rather than more complex in order to try and fashion together a drive.
Brady's incompletion on 1st down leads to a 2nd and 10. Throwing again, Brady. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Xavier Howard with a good coverage that time as he was there and knocked it away. New England on 3rd down. They're hitting at just 30%, 3 for 10. This is 3rd and 10. And I think that one might have been intercepted, but he will be ruled out of bounds. So this will go only as incomplete. Another pass attempt, another incompletion. You figure defensively, you're in the fourth quarter here. You've held the team under 100 yards passing. You've done your job.
Especially in today's NFL, which is truly a pass-first league.
But is brought down after a huge return there. And this offense now with a short field ahead. 1st and 10 at the 15-yard line.
Hey, pick it up, defense. Let's go.
Now a draw play with Drake. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. They stay on the ground with Drake. Slipped one tackle, but no more as he's knocked to the deck behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play. And just like that, it's 3rd down. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Dolphins have it as we welcome you back in. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Back to throw. Rolling to his right. And he's going to be taken down, sacked back around the 18-yard line. Well, let's see how the offense still out there. They elect to go on 4th and 11. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as they stop it prior to what will be an important 4th down. And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th. Looking to throw. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. A nice throw there by the second-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play he would have made as a rookie, because usually your rookie season is in a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to his second and sometimes third progression. That was a nice play.
And this is secured by the Patriots. Well, fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
They're going to need to get up and set in a hurry. Throwing again on second down. Brady. And this is caught. It's Edelman. And they'll get this down to the 10. The Dolphins going to take their second timeout. That'll leave them with just one remaining in this fourth quarter of play. On 1st and 10, here's Brady. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete. He was trying to go back to Edelman, but it'll be 2nd and goal. They'll go again here from the 10-yard line on 2nd and goal. To throw again. Brady. This is caught. And somewhat of a measure of revenge as he's in for the touchdown, but they still trail big time.
He'll take it, but he won't be able to smile about it.
CD, it seemed like they were so focused on the guys out wide, they forgot about him out of the backfield.
That's a really good point, because you've got to communicate, and oftentimes when you start counting receivers, that's exactly what you do. You start from the widest receiver, work your way inside. Who gets lost sometimes? The back in the backfield. That's exactly what happened there.
And he got into the end zone. This is taken at his 4. A beautiful fake. And not a particularly good return here as they'll be forced to start at the 12-yard line. Then the Dolphins getting set to go here. And 3 timeouts remaining here defensively, but really
quickly for show. We got plenty to catch.
That's caught by his big tight end, Mike Gesicki. A Miami first down, that one going for a gain of 11.
Sometimes it's designed, and sometimes you just have to know when to leave the pocket and move and make something happen. And on that play, he was able to get on the run and was still accurate throwing the football.
Rock it. Hey, Alpha.
Now it looks like he'll throw here. He's going to loft one deep left side here. This is caught inside the 15. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly.
I've got to laugh here, and I really don't want to because the old school in me is not happy about this score this late, not necessary. But this is Madden, isn't it? Yeah. This is how it works.
Rub it in. Have a day.
I mean, what does it matter? These guys who are playing in this game, there are no feelings
exactly.
there.
They don't have to face the guy. Well, they might if they're in the same room going head-to-head. But
that's
the virtual guys on the screen don't have to face each other after this one.
In that case, run it up.
An incredibly short kick fielded way up there. And they're going to have really good starting field position here as that's taken up close to the 40. The Pats at the line ready to go. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this?
For a lot of coaches,
be honest,
don't forget today. Don't forget what has happened out here.
Yeah, use that as ammo going forward.
Exactly. Take a great look at that scoreboard. Realize how poorly everything went for us today. Coaching, playing, the whole deal. And never forget it because
you're not going to want that feeling.
No, you don't want that feeling again. And who knows? You may meet up with this team again.
Now, one final throw here is incomplete, and that is how this one will come to an end. So a victory here for the Miami Dolphins. And, partner, I must say, good to see you again. Been too long. And it's good to have football back, isn't it?
Didn't you see me in preseason? Weren't we together in preseason?
Yeah, but preseason, you know, it's preseason. This is week 1.
Oh, you're trying to say real football.
Yeah, real football.
Not preseason football where we shake down the rosters and figure out who's going to play, and maybe the starters don't play as much. Now it's the frontline guys from the first whistle.
Yeah, I tuned you out in the preseason. And now I'm listening to you. So for the Dolphins, it's a fantastic start as they roll to a blowout victory.